Good morning, students. Initially I started the methods of expressing the concentration of solution. I have already explained mass percentage, volume percentage, molarity, ppm, molarity and formality. And I have given you many more formula to calculate numerical based on that. Dear student, today's session is only I have to focus normality. In order to explain the normality, we have to take the equivalent mass. Then first, what is the normality? So write down everybody. Normality is number of gram equivalent weight of solute present in 1 liter of solution. Mathematically, normality is written as number of gram equivalent weight upon volume of solution in liters. In order to explain the number of gram equivalent weight, you know it very well, given mass upon equivalent mass, and whatever the volume given is to be added here. So it is also based on temperature, because volume term is needed here, because volume is here. So then the question is, what is the equivalent mass? Equivalent mass is defined as the number of parts. Equivalent mass is defined as the mass of the substance, which reacts with number of parts by mass of hydrogen, number of parts by mass of chlorine, number of parts by mass of oxygen, and number of parts by mass of silver. Do you understand what I have written? Actually, the equivalent mass is defined as the substance which, when reacts with number of parts by mass of hydrogen, what is the mass of the chlorine, what is the mass of the oxygen, and the same way as the mass of the silver. I have taken the few elements. You can apply in any element, there you will get the right answer. So dear student, if I discuss number of parts by mass of hydrogen, so here equivalent mass of hydrogen is equal to 1.008 divided by valency 1. So we can take 1.008 or we can take 1, right? So equivalent mass of, second one is the chlorine. What is the atomic mass of the chlorine? 35.5, valency is 1. So this is the 35.5. So the same way you can go for the equivalent mass of oxygen 16, and what about the valency? 2. So answer is 8. Equivalent mass of silver. What is the atomic mass of the silver? And valency is 1. So it is the 108. That means we have proved that ki atomic mass is equal to equivalent mass into what is there? Valency. For example, take the silver. Atomic mass of silver is how much here? 108. And what is the equivalent mass? 108 into 1. So this is the 108 is the atomic mass. For example, atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So what is the equivalent mass? Atomic mass upon 2. And atomic mass is equal to equivalent mass multiplied by 2. Because of what is the equivalent mass of the oxygen, which carries 2 unit negative charge. So atomic mass upon valency. What is the valency? Valency is 2. The way you can calculate the atomic mass, equivalent mass of any substance. Same way you can go for the equivalent mass of magnesium. What is the atomic mass of the magnesium? And valency is 2. So what is your answer? 12. Equivalent mass of aluminium. What is that valency? This is the 27 and valency. Atomic mass is 27 and valency is 3. So what is your answer? Similarly, equivalent mass of copper 2 positive. 65.5 is the atomic mass upon valency 31.75. Similarly, equivalent mass of zinc 2 positive. Atomic mass of zinc is 65.5 and valency is 2, 37.5. The same way equivalent mass of iron in ferrous oxide 56 by 2. Equivalent mass of iron in ferric oxide 56 by 3. The same way you can calculate the equivalent mass of an atom. What is that formula? Atomic mass divided by valency is the equivalent mass of an atom. Second formula, my dear students, we have to calculate the equivalent mass of, you can say, equivalent mass of iron. How can you calculate the equivalent mass of the iron? So that is what the formula mass. Another part here, formula mass divided by what is that? Charge present on them. So this is what, for example, if I say equivalent mass of carbonate iron. Tell me anybody, what is the formula mass of the CO3? Carbon is the 12, oxygen is 16 to 3. So 12 plus 16 into 3 divided by 2. This is what it is, the 60 by 2. So what is your answer? 30. Equivalent mass of, you can see, nitrate iron, 14 plus 48 divided by 1. That is the 62 by 1. So what is your answer? 62. Equivalent mass of, you can say, oxalate iron, C2O4 2 negative. So whatever mass, 12 into 2 plus 64 divided by 2. Equivalent mass of, you can say, sulfate 2 negative. 32 plus 64 divided by 2. Equivalent mass of NH4 positive. This is the 18 by 1. This is your answer, because the atomic mass of atom is 14, hydrogen is 1. How many times? 4 times. So 14 plus 1 into 4, and charge is 1 positive. So this is what the charge present on them. The way you can calculate the equivalent mass of what is there? Iron. Now the another formula to calculate the equivalent mass, of acid. Equivalent mass of acid is calculated as molar mass of acid divided by basicity or acidity. Two terms we take here. So far as basicity is concerned, that is also known as n factor. So what is n factor of the basicity? Basicity means, what do you mean that term basicity? Replaceable or displaceable hydrogen ion in solution is the basicity of particular acid. For example, you can say HCl, what is the basicity? 1. HNO3, what is the basicity? 1. H2SO4, what is the basicity? 2. H3PO4, what is the basicity? 3. That is the H2CO3, what is the basicity? 2. The way you can, how many hydrogen are replaced here? Only one hydrogen is replaced. Here 2 hydrogen ions are replaced, 3 hydrogen ions are replaced, orthophosphoric acid and carbonic acid. H2CO3 is the carbonic acid. Dear students, if you have to calculate the equivalent mass of HCl, then what is the formula? Molar mass. 1 plus 35.5 divided by 1, 36.5 by 1, your answer is 36.5. You correlate the relation molar mass. If I have to find the molar mass, then my dear students, molar mass of acid equal to, what is that? Equivalent mass sorry equivalent mass into, what is there now? Valency. Sorry, equivalent mass into, my dear student, equivalent mass into basicity. So tell me, what is the equivalent mass and what is the basicity? 1. The way you can correlate this. Now you calculate equivalent mass of H2SO4, 98 by 2. What is your answer? 49. Equivalent mass of, you can say, H3PO4, 3 plus 31 plus 64 divided by 3. Whatever the answer is, the equivalent mass of acid is over. So here you apply the term basicity, and basicity is the number of replaceable hydrogen ion from the acid in the solution. So my dear student, equivalent mass of, if I have to calculate the equivalent mass of base, the same way you can calculate the equivalent mass of base, that, write down everybody, equivalent mass of base. Again you write, what is this? Molar mass upon acidity. I mean molar mass of what? Base divided by acidity. Now what is the acidity? Yes, acidity is the number of replaceable OH ion from base. Number of replaceable OH ion from base. For example, you can say equivalent mass of NaOH, 23 plus 16 plus 1. How many OH is here now? Only 1. So your answer is 40 by 1. It is the 40. If you discuss molar mass of base, then what is the formula? Equivalent mass into, what is there now? Yes, friend, equivalent mass into valency. So tell me, what is the equivalent mass? This is the 40 into 1. What is your answer? 40. You calculate equivalent mass of CaOH whole twice. So what is the atomic mass of calcium? Yes, 40 plus 16 plus 1, 16 plus 1 multiplied by 2 divided by 2. 74 by 2, what is that? 37. Equivalent mass of, if you want to calculate AlOH whole thrice, 27 plus 17 into 3, 51 divided by 3 is the right answer of the equivalent mass of base. The same way you can calculate the equivalent mass of salt. Next formula is the equivalent mass of salt. Formula mass divided by cation or what is there? Anion. Anyone you can take, either cation or anion. So what is the formula mass? Whatever the mass you can calculate from the given substance or compound. For example, I can say here equivalent mass of sodium chloride. What is the formula of the sodium chloride NaCl? Equivalent mass 23 plus 35.5. How much charge is here? 1 plus and 1 minus. Either you take any one. Charge always equal. So this is the 58.5 by 1. What is your answer? 58.5. Equivalent mass of sodium carbonate. So my dear student, 23 into 2 plus 12 plus 48 divided by 2. 106 by 2. What is your answer? 53. So in that way I would like to explain here how, because of NO2CO3 going to break to form sodium 1 positive 2 times plus carbonate always 2 negative charge. So this is what? 2 times positive charge or 2 times negative charge. Take any one. See, equivalent mass of NaHCO3 23 plus 1 plus 12 plus 48 divided by Na positive or HCO3 1 negative. So either you take plus or minus divided by 1. This is the answer. So equivalent mass, if you want to calculate for Mohr salt, that is the FeSO4 NH4 whole 2 SO4 0.6 times water. So my dear students, the way you can calculate the molar mass of, what is the molar mass of iron? 56, sulfur 32 plus 64, this point is the plus, here 18 into 2 plus 32 plus 64 multiply by, plus 18 into 6 divided by how much charge? Anyone tell me? FeSO4 and NH2SO4. Fe पे how much charge here? 2 plus or sulfate पे 2 minus. And NH4 whole 2 SO4. If you calculate NH4 whole 2 SO4, the way you can break it here, NH4 1 positive, but how many times? 2 positive and sulfate 2 negative. Water is neutral. What is taken as neutral so far as charge is concerned. Therefore you take either plus. Iron how many plus? 2 plus. Or here ammonium 2 plus. So 2 into 2, ammonium here 2 times. So try to understand 2 positive charge here and iron 2. 2 plus 2 how much here? 4. So divided by 4 or 2 minus or 2 minus. Even this is what it is, the divided by 4. So the way you can calculate the equivalent mass of the Mohr salt, I can say the equivalent mass of, you can see equivalent mass of CaCO3. How can you calculate the equivalent mass of CaCO3? 40 plus 12 plus 48 divided by 2 positive and 2 negative. Take any one. This is your answer. So the same way you can go for the equivalent mass of potash alum. Equivalent mass of potash. Anybody can tell me the formula of the potash alum? In Hindi it is called fitkari. It acts as antiseptic. Formula is K2SO4 Al2SO4 whole thrice 0.24 times water. So equivalent mass is equal to, let me apply the molecular mass, 39 into 2, 32 plus 64 plus 27 into 2 plus, you can say 32 plus 64 multiply by 3 plus 24 into 18 divided by, anyone tell me how much the charge present on the potash alum or fit carry? See, let you break down the ions. Dear students, if you take K2SO4 going to break like this, 2K positive or sulfate to negative. If I would like to break Al2SO4 whole thrice, try to understand the way you can break here one aluminum carrying 3 with positive charge, therefore 2 times aluminum plus 3 times sulfate negative. What is neutral? So far as charge is concerned. So here 2 positive and 3 to 2, 6. 6 plus 2, how many? So divided by 8, whatever, you can get the equivalent mass of salt. So we have done the equivalent mass of acid, base, salt, atoms and ions. Some questions are exceptional so far as equivalent mass is concerned. My dear students, if I take one question, calculate the equivalent mass of following oxo acid of sulfur, following compound. So whatever the oxo acid of the sulfur here, see, I give you 3 questions. H3PO2, second one is the H3PO3, and then H3PO4. What is this? It is called as hypophosphorus acid, orthophosphorus acid, and dear students, it is the orthophosphoric acid. So it looks like that each one of them have 3 hydrogen ion replaceable, but actually not, because of some compounds in which the H linked to the oxygen that only can displace from the compound or the substance. Therefore, it depends upon the structure. These are the exceptional case. So let me draw the structure of oxo acid of phosphorus. Phosphorus, you know, atomic number is 15, 285. So that means the phosphorus is pentavalent. Phosphorus will use 5 electrons in chemical bonding. The way I draw the structure of this one, see, in the center it is the phosphorus and what? Phosphorus. Dear students, oxygen is divalent, and then it is the one OH, then it is the H, and this is the H, H3PO2. Here again OH, and it is the H. Another structure finally OH, and what is there? OH. Right. So the way you can calculate the H linked to the oxygen is the equivalent mass, can be calculated by taking molar mass upon displaceable hydrogen. So far as equivalent mass is concerned, what is the molar mass of H3PO4? 3 plus 31 plus 64 divided by 3. Whatever equivalent mass of this compound, 3 plus 31 plus 48 divided by how much here? 2. So its basicity is only 2. Its basicity is 3. And my dear students, finally, this is the molar mass H3PO2, 3 plus 31 plus 32 divided by only 1. Its basicity is 1. The way you can calculate, so therefore it is known as monobasic acid. What do you say? What is it said as? Monobasic acid. It is the dibasic acid, and it is the tribasic acid. Again you can say it is the mono, or you can say mono, because it can donate only one proton. So it is monoprotic acid, because of there is a strain between oxygen is highly electronegative and hydrogen is electropositive. So there is a very soft strand between oxygen and hydrogen. So only this H is replaceable, but not this H and not this H. Therefore, it is known as monoprotic acid. It is called as what? Diprotic, because it can donate the proton. Diprotic acid, or it is known as, what is this? Triprotic acid. The way you can calculate the equivalent mass of oxoacid of phosphorus. Another exceptional question is the H3BO3. Is it a aprotic or not? No, it is not aprotic. Matlab it cannot donate the proton at its own level. But you dissolve it in water, it can only furnish the hydrogen in solution, because it is the acid of the boron. So this is the weak acid. Therefore, it doesn't mean इसकी basicity 3 होनी चाहिए. No, it's wrong. So H3BO3 is very what acid? Weak acid, and it is aprotic. Question is whether it is aprotic or not. So no, it is not aprotic acid. So if I can write this structure. It can only furnish the hydrogen whenever it is dissolved in water. So H3BO3 can be written like this, because its actual structure in this way. Boron is the central atom. So here, so this is the H positive and OH negative. So this OH will be linked here. So BOH whole 4 1 negative plus H positive. So it can donate only one proton. Therefore, equivalent mass of this one, 3 plus boron 11 plus 48, and what is the basicity of this acid? Only 1. So again, you remember this is also an exceptional case, and rest of the, which I have already explained you a bit earlier, the oxoacid of the phosphorus. And then finally, the relation between you can see molarity and normality. So my dear students, the relation between molarity and normality is that you can see. So write down relation between molarity and what is there? Normality. See, we know that strength upon molar mass is equal to, what is that? Molarity. So strength equal to molarity into what? Molarity into molar mass. Let it be frame it as equation 1. Again, we know that strength upon, you can see, equivalent mass is equal to, what is that? Normality. So strength equal to normality into equivalent mass from equation 1st and 2nd. So whatever, so this is what? It is the equation 1. So molarity into molar mass is equal to normality into what mass? Equivalent mass. This is the formula through which you can solve the question. My dear students, molarity and normality, strength upon molar mass is the molarity, strength is out, molarity into molar mass. In the same way, since I have taken the term normality, as such we applied equivalent mass. I have already explained you how to calculate equivalent mass. My dear students, just to put a numerical, calculate the equivalent, calculate the normality of 0.2 molar sulfuric acid solution. Calculate the normality. This we have to calculate. 0.2 molarity is given. Molarity into molar mass. 0.2 into what is the molar mass of the sulfuric acid? 98 equal to normality is to be calculated 98 by 2. 98 cancel. So normality is 0.4. Dear students, another question I can put here. If equivalent mass of substance, a solute, is equal to molar mass of solute, then which is more concentrated? Which is more concentrated? Tell me anyone. Equivalent mass is equal to what is that? Molar mass. So you know the formula, molarity into molar mass is equal to equivalent normality into equivalent mass. If equivalent mass is equal to what mass? Let it be x. Let it be x. Equivalent mass and molar mass. Then molarity into x equal to this one. X cancelled out. So both have the equal concentration. Both have the equal concentration. So the way you can solve many more questions based on the molarity and normality. Now calculate the equivalent mass of H3PO4 and CaOH whole twice in the given reaction. Reaction is H3PO4 plus NaOH. It is the acid, orthophosphoric acid, and it is the base. NaH2PO4 plus what is that? Water. B part is the CaOH whole twice plus HCl. CaOHCl plus water. Anybody tell me, read this question and can you solve it? What is the equivalent mass of orthophosphoric acid? And it is the acid and it is the base. It reacts with base to form salt and water. It base reacts with acid, neutralization reaction, and that. So dear friends, here the question is, equivalent mass we have to calculate here. So this is the molar mass, 3 plus 31 plus 64 divided by how many H it furnishes in the solution? Only it applied it retains the 2H. That means 1H is provided in the solution with water to form water molecule. Out of 3H, 2H is still linked. So therefore, its valency, basicity of this acid is only 1. Because of out of 3H, 2H is still retained, 1H is to be participated in the reaction. Similarly here, it is the equivalent mass if you can calculate. So this is the molar mass, 40 plus 16 plus 1 multiplied by 3 divided by, out of 2 OH, only 1 OH participated in the reaction. So therefore, 1 is the acidity of this. The way you can calculate the equivalent mass. Similarly here, if question given like calculate the equivalent mass of carbon dioxide, we can't calculate the equivalent mass of carbon dioxide unless and until if you don't add the water molecule. So whenever CO2 dissolve in water to form what is that? H2CO3, and it will furnish to form 2H positive plus carbonate 2 negative. So the way you can calculate equivalent mass of this one, equivalent mass of carbon dioxide, 12 plus 16 into 2 divided by how many H furnished whenever it is dissolved in water 2. So this is what it is the. Similarly here, if you can have the last question, equivalent mass of ammonia. Ammonia without dissolving in water, you can't calculate the equivalent mass. Therefore, in such case, NH3 whenever dissolved in water, it forms ammonium hydroxide. It is going to break NH4 positive and OH negative. So equivalent mass of ammonia 14 plus 3 divided by 1, because of 1 OH is furnished. So answer is what? 17. So I hope this is all about how to calculate the equivalent mass of atom, equivalent mass of ion, equivalent mass of acid, equivalent mass of base, equivalent mass of salt, and then equivalent mass of certain exceptional compounds so far as oxoacid of phosphorus is concerned, hypophosphorus, orthophosphorus and orthophosphoric acid. Similarly, orthoboric acid, BOH whole thrice, it also acts as antiseptic. And the same way CO2, like if given reaction is given, the other way you can calculate the equivalent mass. So this is all about, I have already explained in detail about the concentration of the solution. I hope in next class we'll discuss numerical based on the concentration. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. God bless you.